Zombie knives and machetes are still available to buy online more than a month after they were banned in England and Wales.
How much did the UK economy grow over the summer? We'll find out later this morning. I've come to this paint spraying factory in Birmingham to find out how that affects businesses like this one and how they're feeling about the future.
It is the last push for Paddy McGuinness. He's heading to Glasgow on his kid's bike, raising money for children in need. It's been an incredible effort, and the finish line, Glasgow, is almost in sight.
I'm Victoria Hollins. Funding is being made available to ensure every London borough will have a mentor to help children who don't attend mainstream school, most of them after having been excluded. City Hall says the £2.3 million boost will enable one-to-one and group mentoring at more of London's pupil referral units, helping a further 2,200 young people. It says it forms a critical element of the London Mayor's approach to tackling violence.
They give them support and encouragement at a point when they're feeling very challenged, and as a result of that and the impact we know the work has had over the last couple of years, we've seen improved attendance, we've seen improved behaviour, we've seen 100% improved relationships. We want to invest across London even more.
Next, ahead of tonight's Children in Need telethon, we're looking at one charity making a huge difference to young Londoners, Mum's Aid. It's a mental health charity for new mothers, offering specialist counselling. They first received Children in Need funding a decade ago, specifically to support young mothers, so these teen mums can give their babies the best chance in life.
They also help with therapy, and I think therapy with Mum's Aid was a big part that helped me process everything that I was going through.
Well, staying with Children in Need, and among the many people challenging themselves this year are the cyclists from Rafa Club and the Chain Gang, who are on a 113-mile trek through the capital streets. They're using Strava Art. That's when cyclists, runners or walkers use the GPS fitness tracker Strava to draw images onto the map as they complete their routes. Nico Georgiou and his team have completed a sponsored bike ride following a route through London to map out, you guessed it, the shape of Pudsey Bear, of course in aid of children in need.
Today at 6, 4 teenagers and a man in his 40s are convicted of murdering 2 teenagers in a case of mistaken identity. Mason Rist and Max Dixon were best friends. They were attacked with machetes just yards from one of their homes in Bristol. A month after they were banned in England and Wales, BBC News finds zombie-style knives and machetes can still be bought online.
I'm in the Isle of Lewis, where the imminent Sunday opening of a supermarket is causing quite a controversy.
Squaring up for a fight later tonight, 58-year-old Mike Tyson faces YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. And the ride of his life, Paddy McGuinness raises millions for children in need after cycling 300 miles on a chopper bike.
It's just 1 hour to go until this year's televised appeal for children in need. There's going to be stars, surprises and, of course, plenty of Pudsey.
The TV presenter Davina McCall has revealed she's having surgery to remove a benign brain tumour. She posted a video on Instagram to explain she's been diagnosed with a rare type of tumour called a colloid cyst, but says she's in good spirits.
It was a few months ago, I did a menopause talk for a company, and they offered me a health scan in return, which I thought I was going to ace. But it turned out I had a benign brain tumour called a colloid cyst, which is very rare, 3 in a million. But I don't want you to worry about me. I'm doing that enough as it is.
Yes. Thank you.
The owner of an XL bully dog that injured an 11-year-old girl has been given a 2-year suspended prison sentence. Farhat Ajaz pleaded guilty at an earlier hearing to 3 counts of owning a dog which caused injury while out of control. The girl suffered shoulder and arm injuries during the attack in Birmingham in September 2023. 1 in 10 cash machines have closed over the past 3 years. That's according to new figures. London and the southwest of England have been worst affected. And tonight's your last chance to see a supermoon this year. The next one won't appear until November next year. The Beaver Moon is the 4th supermoon of 2024. Downing Street has apologised to British Hindus after meat and alcohol was served at its annual event celebrating the festival of Diwali. Number 10 said it made a mistake in the organisation of the event and it would not happen again. It follows complaints from some Hindus, including Conservative MP Shivani Raja, who said it showed a disappointing lack of knowledge of the customs many hold dear. Typhoo tea, one of Britain's best-known brands, looks set to fall into administration after more than 120 years of business. The company made a multi-million-pound loss last year, mainly because of the damage done by trespassers at its warehouse. It also suffered declining sales and mounting debts.
From Big Ben to the London Eye, some of the landmarks visited by millions of tourists to the capital each year. But would a tourist tax stop them from coming? We find out.
I think it would be totally fine because in many other countries it's similar.
It's already quite expensive, to be honest, but we'll come anyway, I guess.
The mayor says he's looking to other cities to see how effective a tax would be. Also on the programme.
I got kicked out of school when I was 12, and so I spent my entire education bouncing around from different crews, and I have made it out all right.
Mentors share their own experiences to encourage young people to think more about their own futures. Plus,
you're all invited to a Pudsey party. We're celebrating the charities, fundraisers and 2 sisters from Havering singing live to the nation in the Children in Need choir.
Sounding like we're in a proper choir. Everyone's really kind and we all know what we're going through and then we're supporting each other as we go.
A man who seriously injured a police officer by deliberately reversing a stolen car into his police motorbike has been jailed for 5.5 years. David Doyle was being pursued by the officer in Camden Street in May. After reversing into the officer, the man fled the scene in the stolen vehicle. The Met says, on average, 2 officers are seriously injured each week. Heaven nightclub in central London will close from tonight after having its licence suspended for up to 28 days. The Met Police applied to Westminster Council after a woman was allegedly raped in the vicinity by a member of security staff. A man has been arrested and charged and is on remand. Another household cavalry horse has returned to military service after being injured when it bolted through central London. The Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment were on their daily exercise ride in Belgravia in April when their horses were spooked by construction rubble being dropped from a height. Vida has now joined 3 of the 5 military horses back on duty. And on our website, you can read about some travel disruption happening this weekend, including in southeast London, where the Blackwall Tunnel southbound is closing on Saturday night, and to the west for rail passengers travelling between Paddington and Reading. Head to the BBC News app or the website for more on those.